Well, it's the beginning of a new year here in Kinlaig. Highlands fishing expansion for Farming Simulator 25. We're out here in the shed. And I'm not standing under the lights because it just had kind of a creepy effect before. We have got a lot of stuff to do today. And it's the time to sell all of our stuff. So turn the lights off in there. Got them. I'm going to start out by delivering the silage that we have. I think we're going to the biogas plant, but we'll check. I've almost got the bunker silo empty. I think I've got just a little bit here on the forks. Probably a little more than I can carry. And then we can unblanket this side and start delivering that as well. But because it's January, we should be able to take our barley and our straw bales. I did load the straw bales up. See, money I think has gone up because I've collected on the contracts that we had. We were doing some cultivating yesterday. Why am I going out this way? I don't know. But I've already kind of committed, so I guess that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Let me pull up the prices menu here real quick for silage. It looks like $3.69 at Feed and Grain South. Is that new for us? Yeah. But yeah, that's still over that way. So yeah, we'll go that way. What was the biogas? What's biogas? $3.60. All right, so we'll go $3.69 Feed and Grain South. What I'll do is I'll cut by the front of the pasture here. When we come back, we'll install the extension on the trailer so we can take all the barley or nearly all the barley at once. I gotta remember. I'm driving on the left side of the road. I keep forgetting. Sometimes I'll pull out and start driving straight towards somebody. I think I didn't include it in the last episode just because we're editing there towards the end. Had to do what we had to do. But what we want to do is we want to get started in aquaculture today. So I think it's going to cost us 150,000 pounds. Look at that. Dang it. It's going to cost us 150,000 pounds to do a 2x2 offshore fishery thing. That'll take us down to from 220. That'll leave us with like 70,000. We're gonna need like 275,000 for the boat. We're gonna do the boat, so we probably will have to go get a loan of some type. But we'll see how much money we can make first before we have to go do that. The sign's still down. Alright, here we go. This should be Feed and Grain South here. Legs going up. $7,128. So I've got like 200,000. liters of silage still in the bunker, I think. 250 was it? I don't know. I don't recall. I should have looked at everything when I was in the prices menu. The other two things we're worried about: barley, which is the only crop that we have because I allowed our wheat to wither. Still a little embarrassed about that. Why do I mention it? I don't know. So I apologize if I'm a little slow getting your suggestions, but I'm recording these a bit in advance. I'm trying to get ahead of the game a little bit so that I can keep the content coming out steadily. When things come up. So I've got an idea of how I can maybe try and load the silage easier. Let's get that open. Alright, so we're gonna do the sides, customize, extension, yes. Man door here. It's easier. Okay, we got hook back up. I don't think I can make that turn. So I'll just loop around the yard here. There we go. That'll work. I don't remember which way these gates open. I think towards me? No way. So barley's the only thing we got in here. I don't know how much will fit. It'll be close to the whole trailer, and then of course we'll have a little that we'll just have to take. Oh. Alright, so what's the point of the freaking extension if you can't use the capacity? I'm gonna have to make 3 trips anyway, and I don't need the extension on here. I don't even know where I'm going. Let's figure that out. So barley, 1153 at Logistics Center East. I'm not sure I even know where that is. Let's tag it and look at the map. Oh, okay. Got it. I know where that's at. I honestly don't understand why we got this extension. We can't use it at all. I'm gonna take it off when we get back, and we'll do 3 trips to Logistics Center East, I think, is what it'll take to get rid of all of our barley. Okay, this is the last of the barley. I switched and took the extension off. I think I can actually carry more without the extension because the weight of the trailer's less. Which means more of the weight can be crop. So I think that's how it was working. So we're up at 267 now. Run back out to the farm. I've got straw to deliver. We need to take a look at need to take a look at our sawmill and our cement plant. Cement plant is probably out of stone. Sawmill is probably out of wood. I'm trying to decide if we should take a trip up to the castle and deliver products too before we. I think that'd probably be the thing to do. So I put the creels back on the bale trailer and loaded the straw up. Now it's spelled C-R-E-E-L. It might be pronounced krill, which is also like the little wicker baskets that you use to put your fish in when you go fishing. I think it's a name for that as well. But I got my straw bales stacked on here, so they're ready to go. I got 2 planks and 2 beams here. I got 2 beams and a plank there, and I am not out of wood yet. Okay. How about stones? Am I out of stones? I am out of stones. So what I can do is I'm going to quickly put stones in again. Just to keep that running. See, it'll take 4, so I'll put 4 in. It'll take a minute. I'm trying to do it quickly though. Oop, got another plank, so we got 2 of each right now. That's good. That'll take up a lot of space on the trailer, I think, though. I can leave the grills on, I suppose. Alright, that's 1. Here's 2. Three. And that's 4. That's the final 1. So that should be good to go and going again. Then the question becomes, so just grab the trailer. I think I will. I'll just grab the flatbed with this, or the bale trailer rather. I don't know where it's going. I never know where it's going. Alright, let's grab it. Oh, what am I off? I'm off a little bit. I was worried about that weight. There we go. Alright. So we got 100,000 liters of straw. That's quite a bit. No? What can we get for this? It's kind of strange because straw is in like the top group of like crops anyway. And then like all the products are down below and hay is down below. I don't know why that is. Let's see, where we get the most for this? Logistics Center Railroad. Okay, we know where that's at. We get 150 there. So this will be like, I guess, 15,000 pounds. Is that right? Run out there. We would have had more straw had we been able to harvest our wheat field. Yeah. So next year, since we got, I think, 3 fields of cereal crops we'll harvest that'll all produce straw, we'll have a heck of a lot more hay next year. I don't know if we need to get a different baler. Be nice to start doing square bales and then just get like a truck, a lorry as it were, to haul the straw, big squares, instead of, I think these are the smallest rounds you could make because we bought the cheapest baler we could get. I think it's base game for this, introduced for this map baler, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't recall. I know we've never used it before, and it was fairly inexpensive, so. I think what we need to do is we need to get a forklift like over at the warehouse over here where you can buy things. That way when we're anywhere near it with flatbed we can just buy something. Like we know we need a lot more castle stone up at the castle restoration, so if we could just get some every time. Is that light red? I hope not. I think we're going to have a lot of driving around in this episode. I'll try and skip some of it, but I don't know. I like to include it just because I like the map. And I'm more inclined to include the whole day, you know? Just kind of the way I do it. Alright, here we go. Logistics Center Railroad. Oh, we've got onions here. So we should do that now too. Oh, we'll get a chance to use the train. I think it's right here. Yep. So 15,000 for that. Alright, so I do not know where you can rent the train. Can you rent the train here, or do you got to get it somewhere else? I do not even know. Let me look at the map. Yeah, it's over there. Okay. Turned it off a little too early. Oh, is it just around the fence? Or is it way over there? I think it's over here. Yeah, kind of like a railroad station. Oh, I was thinking about parking in there, but I guess I can't get there. I'll park along this fence line. Do I have to pay, get a parking ticket? I do not know where it's at. Oh, I'm gonna just guess it's right here. I probably should pull up the help. So I did two things. I pulled up the help and the interactive zone markers. Oh, that's a smart place to put the rent train location. I mean, you won't forget that. Well, I won't now. That's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so the train's coming, hopefully. We've got onions. You can pack the onions, but you gotta buy like the placeable to be able to do that. And I don't know. Here it comes. I don't know how long that, or how much that costs, or how much space it takes up. Why? Does it only have steam when you're in it? I thought I saw Daggerwin looking at the train the other day and it actually had steam coming out when it drove by. I don't know. Let's get in. So this is pretty cool. Oh. I got started off. Okay. Let's see. I guess I better go with third person so we can see the steam. Oh yeah. And then what am I gonna put the onions in? Let's put it in the, I think it's the third car back. I don't know. Oh, this is our first time playing with the train, so that's cool. Oh, I better slow down. Trains are like boats. Takes a little while to get them started, a little while to get them stopped. Not that one, we want this one. I don't want to start backing up. Okay, so onions. Here we go. Fill it up. That's it. Why am I taking... I don't even know that Goldcrest Valley is the best price for the onions. Doesn't matter. I'm taking the train. Okay, so I gotta pay attention, so I sound my horn when we hit a crossing. Here's one by this farm. Farmer, no, we're coming by. I do have to watch. I think most of the road crossings are controlled or you're going over or under, so should be fine. Here we're going under the road. Ooh. Oh, and then the viaduct. Oh, this is cool. Oh, tree. More trees. I think we're coming to the edge. Yep. Sell it in Goldcrest Valley. And so that's the train. Oh my gosh, it's 11. 18 already. So Walter's got us an appointment at the bank later today. Let me get back to the farm. Get some materials loaded up for the castle, and then we gotta get ready to go to the bank. Okay, we're arriving up at the castle. It's what, almost 12:40 now. Looks pretty similar to the last time we were here. I don't know. We'll check, see what stage we're on, and then I'll deliver the material. So we're on step 11, and it needs beams, which it has, and roof shingles, which it also has. But once it's out of those roof shingles, we're out of roof shingles, so we need to probably get some more when we get a chance. Alright. So I'll take these straps off. I'm not sure I'm in the right spot here or not. We'll find out. Yes, we are. Are those beams not in the spot, or does it have all the beams it can hold? There we go. Alright, so well, we're sitting up at 356 right now. That's nice. The bank loan's not going to be nearly as bad as we thought. And I've got to go get ready for that appointment. So get back to the farm here. Alright, well, you know I have a hard time going past the store without stopping and checking on the used equipment, so we're going to swing in and take a look here, see what they have. We might also check on contracts just because we want money, but I don't know if I got time to mess with that today. Especially with the appointment coming up at the bank. And I don't know if you can appreciate how difficult it was for me to let that international truck go. That straight truck. Could have put a box on it, would have been really good. And I'm even regretting it a little more now. I saw Mr. Sully P was having trouble with that lizard box truck that came out that I plan on using because it seems to fit the map, but you can't stack the pallets in it, so the capacity's small. Check your used equipment sheet. Oh no. So this is a problem. Okay, so this fits the map, right? Agricultural platform. Ooh, we can put an extension on it. That's pretty cool. Agricultural frame. But okay, that's what it was at. You know what? We're gonna take it. Should it have beacon lights on it? I almost think it should for 250. Put it on the side face and try. I probably ought to have both, but I'll just put one on it. Oh, does it? You can put a back 3-point on it for another 5. I can't afford that right now. Sidewalls. So what options? We just added the beacon light. It had the platform already. Platform has a capacity. I wonder if it's like a flat bed or not. I don't know. If you can flip them down, you should be able to. 35,000. Yeah, we're gonna have to get it. I'm sorry. I know that seemed wildly inappropriate, but I just had to do it. Let me check the contracts here quick. There are quite a few, and there are cultivating contracts. You know how I love a cultivating contract. I've got an appointment, though. I got to go get to that appointment. We can take those on here in a little bit. There's something. All right. Well, Walter wanted me to put on a suit to go to the bank, and he loaned me this one. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's ridiculous. But I guess we'll do it. Walter, I put on the ridiculous suit. So I'm going to go to the bank. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, 150. How much do you think we need to borrow? Let me figure it out when I'm there. We want to have a cushion of 25,000 at least. Okay. Yeah, the Unimog didn't help a whole lot, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I think it's all okay. It'll be fine. Let's see. If I can find my way to the bank, I'm not even sure where it's at. I really need to go into town more, I think. I'm hoping we can get there from here. I really should have looked at a map. what we'll do is we'll get the offshore aquaculture. We'll work on the whatever the deed, title, whatever. We'll do that when we're at the bank, and then we'll also take out the loan that we'll need to buy a boat. But hey, we're sitting at 322. That's not bad. All right, so we got to keep the speed down in town at 20. Gosh. I don't know where I'm going. This way? I really should have looked at the stuff before I came into town. This is wrong. I know it's wrong. I'm heading down towards the docks, aren't I? Yeah, okay. Yep. I know, I've got enough for the boat. Why don't I just get the boat now? And then I'll go back up into town to get the offshore aquaculture thing done. That'll help gloss over the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Or where I'm going. Alright, so where's the entrance to the parking lot here? So this is the fish market. I don't know if you drive through to sell. It might be. I suppose there's probably a lot of places you can put the sell point at. Alright, so the first thing we'll do is we'll just go ahead and buy the boat. Get it over with. Cargo vessel, 275. Okay, there's our boat. Oh boy, we're gonna have to jump for that. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it right there for now. Well, let's go to the try and find the bank. So I got 47, so we're gonna probably need to borrow 125 at least. Force of habit. Oh shoot. I forgot I had an appointment to make at the bank. We are going to be a little late for that. And of course I'm speeding through town and going to get pulled over. But do they pull you over in the UK? Speeding through town, or they just mail you a ticket? Who pulled you over? The Bobby by the side of the road? Which way? This way? What do you think? Probably. Oh, come on. Hey, I'm gonna hit every light coming through town, aren't I? All right, there we go. Bank of Kinlaig. Can we park here? Sure, why not? What's that? Permit holders only. All right, let's go into the bank here. I didn't even really know where the finances screen was on FS25. I don't think I've ever been in here before. All right, so we want to get up to at least 175,000, right? So let's just borrow 5,000 at a time. There we go, 177,731, and that is a loan of 130,000 pounds. Then we go into build mode and aquaculture. That one we're going to customize. Did I hit the right button? No. Customize, we're going to do a 2x2. And that should cost us 150,000. I'm going to put it like over here. I know I shouldn't put it so far away. Why is my toggle snapping? Oh, that's why. I know I really shouldn't put it quite so far away, but I'm going to. All right, there we go. We're now into aquaculture. We were able to get in and out of there without getting a ticket. Now I gotta find my way out of town again. Back to the farm. Let's change out of this ridiculous suit that we're wearing. Alright, I gotta change. As much as I'd like to go get the Unimog, I need to take the JCB because we need the pallet forks. We're gonna go load up all the fish. Young fish that we have and take it to the dock so we can get it out to our offshore aquaculture. I want to get in the boat today. It's getting late. So we got to drive all the way out to our fish farm. I just realized as I got here, I drove past the store and I want to put fish food out there. I should have got fish food. Dang it. I don't know how much of this stuff. Let me check the production here. I don't need that on. It's still running. I've got fish food in here, so that's fine. We're gonna have a lot of these boxes to grab. As much as I hate to say it, we're going to be doing both salmon and trout here at the beginning out at the offshore. In the spring, I'm going to try and put in a pond somewhere. I don't know if I want to do it on the farm or if I'll end up doing it out here. Alright, we're arriving here at the docks. I'm not quite sure how best to do this. I think we'll pull the boat around. Yeah, let's use this first dock over here if we can. And I think I'll try and use the forklift. Of course, I may need to access both sides of this. Should have thought of that before. So I want to get out to the boat or out to the aquaculture today and get it started. You can see it over there. It's over by that town. Nice. So I think I got to try and jump to the boat, or I could teleport into it. So I'm going to try and jump to it, and if I fall in the water, I'll just teleport to it. So I'm sure you can guess what happened. I fell in the water. Oh, I don't know why it did that. Let's get up here. I do not know how to use this. Does this open? All right, we're gonna have to use the help. No, I can't open that. Enter. Okay. Obviously, start the engine. Oh, very nice. So I don't know if it's got bow thrusters or anything like that. That's the ramp. Switch to passenger seat. Oh, that's cool. Nope. All right. So, yeah. This has got twin screws, I think. Yep. So you could twist it by going forward on one and back on the other. This does not actually do that. We'll talk more about boats in the future, but I got to get this done now. Ooh, how's our turn? You gotta have the engine going to turn. You need to be moving water across the rudders. So yeah, if you go full lock, it'll do a twist, so it's like you're forward port, reverse starboard. And then, okay, it did stop it already. That's pretty good. I'm trying to be careful with it because I do know how to drive a boat. And I know that it takes time to stop. It's kind of like the train. So we're going to use the ramp here onto the dock. We'll back up a little bit more. We're going to bring stuff on with the forklift, and then we'll try and get it off with the crane. Maybe back a little more. There we go. Hopefully I can bounce up that with the forklift. Okay. I don't think we're moving, so we should be fine. All right, I'm gonna get this offloaded and get that all onto there as quickly as I can. Did I move that one? How did I move that? I can move a box? No. All right, I know it's kind of sketchy to be moving this many pallets at once, but otherwise we're just going to be doing this forever. So we can get away with it, we're going to do it. I said I wanted to go get the offshore aquaculture running today yet. I think discretion being the better part of valor, I'm going to hold off till tomorrow, mid-January, to do that. I know it's going to slow down our progress, but I think it's probably the wise thing to do. I had to adjust the boat a little bit just to make sure that we could get on and off with the forklift. We got everything on here. I think we're fine. I'm going to turn the lights off. We'll leave the boat moored here until tomorrow. And I think that'll do it. I would try and stand on the boat in third person to end the episode, but for whatever reason, the character jumps when he's on the boat. I guess maybe I could do it here. And get out. I'll stand in front of the boat here like this. I suppose it's too bad that we turned the lights off on the boat, but hey, I want to thank you for hanging out with me here in Kinlaig, the Highlands Fishing Expansion for Farming Simulator 25. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time.